Welcome to the Jersey Pulse, your guide to South Jersey and the entire Garden State. I'm CBS News Philadelphia South Jersey reporter Ryan Hughes, and each week we are highlighting the stories that are at the heart of your community. Let's take a look at this week's stories.
We are learning new details about the lead contamination at an elementary school in Trenton and at more than 100 properties in the city. New Jersey reporter Ryan Hughes has more on the resources that are now being made available in the community.
Over 3.5 micrograms per deciliter, and it's elevated.
For 2 years, the East Trenton Collaborative has been working to educate and raise awareness about lead contamination in the city. But the community group's mission was kicked into high gear this week after Trenton's mayor announced above normal levels of lead were found in the soil outside the Ulysses S. Grant Intermediate School.
Our teachers are concerned, parents are concerned for their children.
Sherelle Snyder is the community organizer at East Trenton Collaborative. She designed these t-shirts and printed resource cards with steps to protect your family from lead, and she's been handing them out across the city.
Knocking on doors, bringing people folders, letting them know. We've also had billboards.
The playground area behind the Grant School has been closed and blocked off with fencing after the EPA says tests show the soil is contaminated with elevated levels of lead. Tests also came back high at more than 100 properties in the neighborhood. Now the EPA and the health department will test staff and students for possible exposure. And a meeting with parents has been scheduled at the school on Friday, February 9th.
If there are any concerns, the EPA will be able to discuss the process, the remediation, the testing of students.
Trenton's mayor says the East Trenton neighborhood was home to more than 150 pottery factories up into the 1920s, and lead was commonly used. A handful of community organizations are now holding meetings to provide resources and answers for families on how to move forward. The EPA has also scheduled a community meeting here at the school on February 21st. We have more information on both meetings and resources for families. That's at cbsphiladelphia.com. In Trenton, Ryan Hughes, CBS News Philadelphia.
Gloucester County Emergency Management is still trying to find the source of a pungent odor that has occasionally blanketed large swaths of the county. It's being considered a nuisance. There are no reported injuries. CBS News Philadelphia's Brandon Goldner went sniffing around to try to find out what's causing this rotten smell.
There's a famous line in Shakespeare's Hamlet. The end of Act 1, Scene 4. There's something rotten in the state of Denmark. There's also something rotten in Gloucester County. But while Shakespeare's line is loaded with meaning, people in the county say they're too overloaded by a literal rotten smell to even consider Shakespeare's symbolism.
There was something in the air that didn't smell good.
Kelly D'Amico and her girlfriend smelled it while they were in the middle of their 3-mile walk around Washington Lake Park.
And my girlfriend said to me, "Oh, do you guys smell that?" And it was like a bad mix of chlorine or something, pine cones.
Gloucester County Emergency Management says since the end of last week, they received multiple complaints from neighborhoods like Deptford, Sewell, and Washington Township of an odor that comes and goes and smells like anything from rotten eggs to burning plastic. They also learned of similar complaints across the Delaware River in Chester County. Emergency Management says area refineries on both sides of the river report normal operations. Mary and Steve Smith say everything seems normal to them. They haven't gotten a whiff of this odor, and Mary's a good smeller.
I pick up things that nobody else picks up. It's, I don't know, it's just something about my smell, I guess. I don't know, I'm sensitive.
While we know how Hamlet ends, Gloucester County Emergency Management is still working out the end to this saga by finding the cause of this rotten odor. Brandon Goldner, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Now to a ban on smoking in Atlantic City casinos is now one more step towards becoming law. And casino workers cheering here after a New Jersey Senate committee approved the legislation, which now goes to the full Senate. Right now, smoking is permitted on 25% of casino floors, but employees argue the smoke wafts into most areas and poses a health risk. The Chamber of Commerce and casinos oppose the bill, saying that a total ban would hurt business and could lead to layoffs. They're encouraging what they say is a compromise plan instead. Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is urging his colleagues to block New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez from classified briefings. Senator Menendez is right now facing bribery and fraud charges involving 2 foreign countries, Egypt and Qatar.
I mean, obviously, I had hoped that they would have chucked him by now, but if that's not going to happen, something is going to happen. The director of the CIA are now being involved in negotiations with the 2 nations that Menendez is accused of being a foreign agent for, and he's getting that kind of classified briefings. I don't believe that should be allowed, and it certainly shouldn't be allowed to continue.
Senator Menendez has denied any wrongdoing and so far has refused to resign.
We're turning tragedy into awareness. 20 years after losing a husband and father, a New Jersey family is helping offer a crucial resource for first responders.
And as New Jersey reporter Ryan Hughes explains, doctors say it has already saved lives.
We're proud and happy to be a part of it.
Dominic and Louis Buscio are carrying on their dad's legacy. The brothers cut the ribbon Thursday and helped open a new cardiopulmonary diagnostic office in Voorhees, which now provides comprehensive and convenient health screenings for first responders in South Jersey.
And I'm so proud of my mom for thinking that because of a tragedy, she can make something better for other people.
Captain Dominic Buscio, a Jersey City firefighter, died at age 39 from a heart attack. Not long after, his wife and Dr. Manmohan Patel created a program called A Gift from Captain Buscio, offering cardiovascular and pulmonary screenings, knowing first responders are at higher risk.
It has been very rewarding professionally, because we have picked up so many pathology, illnesses that the members were not aware.
This office will now be a one-stop shop for a complete physical exam, blood work, x-rays, and other tests. And it's the first Captain Buscio program location in South Jersey. The other 4 offices are located in North Jersey. The Buscio brothers are hoping all current and retired first responders take advantage of the advanced diagnostic testing.
For anyone who really could get checked, I mean, why not? You know, it could save a life, it could save your family's life.
And this location is now officially open, and we're told that several of the first responders who toured the office have already signed up for a screening. In Voorhees, Ryan Hughes, CBS News Philadelphia.
Take a look at what it looked like. This is in Delran, New Jersey, what a lot of the area looks like after major flooding a few weeks ago. Overtook homes and a number of streets there.
Concerned homeowners packed the municipal building to ask what's being done to address the issue. CBS News Philadelphia's Carrie Corrado spoke with residents who are demanding solutions.
These Delran residents have been through a lot. The goal of this meeting was to make sure everyone was on the same page following the flooding and to hear their concerns. It's been about 3 weeks that we saw flooding in Delran. Homes and basements were flooded and streets look like streams in Riverside Park along Rancocas Creek. Now residents want to know what's being done to address the flooding.
I feel like I'm standing alone on an island somewhere, that somebody has forgotten about us.
They filled the Delran Municipal Building Wednesday night. Not a seat was open.
Glad they all came out, and I know a lot of people are very frustrated and annoyed, as they should be. You know, I mean, I know we live where the river and the creek meet, so you kind of expect to get some water sometimes, but nothing's been done, and it's been long overdue.
Jim Otis lives with his granddaughters and had to throw out majority of his belongings inside his home after it was damaged in the floodwaters. Now they're living in a motel room.
One day at a time, little steps. Baby steps, that's all I can do.
The township is working with the Army Corps of Engineers to find ways to mitigate the flooding in the future.
It took us years to get the Army Corps to engage, and now that they're engaged, it doesn't go fast. So this is very important, and it helps us to get some of their input on the effect that it's had on them.
It's frustrating for all of us, right? But we all need to get an understanding together. Tonight, the main objective is to get all the facts together, get us all on the same page about what was done and what the plan moving forward is.
Residents say they're going to continue to stick together until they can find some solutions.
I have good neighbors, and I really, I miss the one. I feel bad for the one that lost her house. So this time, it's a little more serious.
Because this group in here aren't just neighbors.
They're family.
As for what's next, the township says they plan on having more meetings with the public, and they say they are committed to working with the Army Corps of Engineers moving forward. In Delran, Carrie Corrado, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Gaither Drive in Mount Laurel, Burlington County is reopened for drivers. This is what it looked like earlier this week. Traffic was forced to reroute since Monday after this sinkhole opened up. Crews have been working on repairs, and now lanes are open in both directions.
Winter weather has already impacted the Jersey shoreline. In North Wildwood, a 100-foot hole has formed in its dune system. The city has been denied emergency authorization to install a bulkhead in that area from the Department of Environmental Protection. North Wildwood is already in a legal battle with New Jersey for unauthorized beach repairs that the state says could actually make problems worse.
If you live in Camden County, work will start soon to fix problems on the Black Horse Pike. The New Jersey Department of Transportation has received $8 million from an Infrastructure for Rebuilding America grant. The work will be done in Camden, Haddon Township, and Mount Ephraim. It includes pavement replacement and specific improvements for cyclists, pedestrians, and public transportation. Get ready to pay more to drive on some New Jersey roads. The Turnpike Authority Board approved a 3% toll hike on the Turnpike and Garden State Parkway. That means the average toll for cars on the Turnpike will increase by 15 cents. On the Garden State Parkway, the average toll will jump by about 5 cents. The new rates go into effect on the 1st of March.
A community rights group is rallying against a proposed price increase for New Jersey Transit.
The agency wants to significantly hike prices starting this summer. Christine Sloan from our sister station in New York reports on the costly concerns.
You have to improve. I mean, what are people going to do?
Train and bus riders say New Jersey Transit better off for improvements with a proposed 15% system-wide fare increase starting this summer.
I think it's ridiculous that they're raising their prices. One, they don't even have the proper times. I work in the city and I don't get out till after midnight, and I can't even get a train home.
Riders say they already deal with delays and service suspensions. Roberta Kessler adding the summer brings more problems.
The hot weather, it can be very hot, and always carry water with you, and what are you going to do?
NJ Transit says there's no other choice because the agency's facing a $119 million budget shortfall. The proposal calls for a 3% increase every year starting in July of 2025. Ridership officials say has only returned to 80% of pre-COVID levels. John Wisniewski is a former State Assembly Transportation Committee chair.
It's been 10 years since the last fare increase. So you can't only blame this governor. You have to look at the history of governors before him and understand that there's something wrong with a process that defers those fare increases until they're absolutely inevitable.
NJ Transit officials say the agencies held the line on fare hikes while making improvements like adding more than 100 bus routes after private bus carriers stopped providing service. Wisniewski says the agency needs to do more if it's asking customers to pay more.
That there will be enough engineers hired. There will be enough maintenance people to make the trains usable and operational no matter what the weather is. That there will be enough backup equipment that trains won't be canceled.
Again, that was Christine Sloan reporting. The trouble doesn't end there. NJ Transit still faces a more than $700 million deficit in 2026. For now, NJ Transit will hold 10 public hearings starting on the 4th of March.
No wallet, no problem. Driver's licenses in New Jersey could soon go high-tech. A committee in the state Senate advanced a bill that would create digital driver's licenses that you could put on your cell phone. Several other states, including Delaware, already offer the mobile licenses. We'll let you know if the bill makes it to the governor's desk.
One lane is closed on the New Hope Lambertville Bridge connecting Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and the construction is expected to last for 10 months. Now, the work will leave only the westbound lane open for travel into Pennsylvania.
Eastbound traffic will be detoured to another route. Kim Hudson talked to business owners worried about how the loss of traffic might affect business.
You know, they want coffee morning, noon, and night, so we're here for them.
Carolyn Gadboys owns Union Coffee just around the corner from the New Hope Lambertville toll-supported bridge. Now down to only one lane out of Lambertville, until the end of September.
I came into town in the alternate route today, and I saw lots of signage coming from the Pennsylvania side, so I was really excited to see that.
That is because she is also a member of the Lambertville Chamber of Commerce. She says business owners worked hard with the Delaware River Joint Toll Bridge Commission to make sure there were enough signs for the 3-mile detour and access for more than just the cars coming into this neighborhood full of small businesses.
In particular, the walkway, as well as the change in traffic patterns in town and how it would affect the business community.
Owners here say the fact that this lane closed on a Tuesday is actually a good thing.
It's a little bit slower, and I think that gives a lot of people a little bit more time to reconsider their patterns and their travel.
Craig Andrews owns Le Chocolate Box, also near the bridge. He says Tuesdays are normally slow here, but he is excited that the Lambertville Station restaurant hosted an informational meeting with government leaders.
And that was kind of like a heads up of what's going to happen with detailed maps and posters and things like that.
Andrew says he is still concerned that foot traffic may be slow this weekend and this summer, but he is holding on to optimism.
I think that if there's a will for chocolate, you're going to find a way to get over here.
Even if your favorite treat, coffee, or shop is a few minutes more away. In Lambertville, Kim Hudson, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Police in North Jersey, they are investigating what they say is a bizarre case of vandalism.
This is weird. We'll take a look. The Manville, New Jersey homeowner says this surveillance video shows vandals cutting up pepperoni and then spreading it across her front porch and her car. Well, she says she does see the humor in it. Her cats left scratch marks on her car to get to the pepperoni, and that she doesn't find funny.
Where's the humor in it?
I just find this very bizarre.
I don't get it. Okay, and that's some perfectly good pepperoni there. That could be
I mean, who has time to do these things?
And prices for real estate have been through the roof, but 7 lucky lottery winners in Newark got a chance now to buy a house for just $1. And you guessed it. There's a catch, though. It had to be, right? The homes are in need of major repair, or they're a complete tear down. The program is a way to add more local homeowners to the city. The winners pre-qualified last year, but will need to borrow hundreds of thousands just to fix up those properties. The properties were all seized by the city for non-payment of taxes, bills, or other public debts.
New Jersey banned the use of plastic bags to help protect the environment almost 2 years ago now. But is it helping? John Diaz from our CBS station in New York takes a look at a new report that has some rather shocking numbers.
Nicole Brown just finished what she calls an average trip to the Englewood ShopRite, buying groceries and 6 new reusable plastic bags to carry them.
I have to buy them.
Each time?
Most of the time. It's annoying. I'm sick of it. I have a house full of bags.
She forgets to bring them, like so many others.
A bunch. Like a lot. Too many.
Probably like 50 or more.
Since food shoppers fail to remember their bags and then need to buy more, it could be adding to the Garden State's plastic consumption. That finding is outlined in a new report funded by the American Recyclable Plastic Bag Alliance, which shows the ban on plastic bags could be harming the environment more than helping it. This study finds the total shift results in a nearly 300% increase in plastic consumption. After all, experts say reusable bags are made with 15 times more plastic. And while this study seems to be alarming, some area officials say there may be some problems with it. Democrat State Senator Bob Smith sponsored the bill banning single-use plastic bags.
They're absolutely dead wrong. 88 million plastic bags are not going into the environment every month in New Jersey.
This study, I think, is not worth the paper it's written on because we can't look at the full the full methodology.
Director of Environment New Jersey, Doug O'Malley, says the ban has removed 5.5 billion single-use plastic bags.
That's nearly 600 plastic bags that have been reduced because of New Jersey state law per person.
Adding if shoppers just remember to actually bring them, the state would be better off. From Englewood, New Jersey, John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
Well, some Catholic school students in New Jersey had a giant marble run for a good cause.
The students at St. Charles Borromeo Parish School in Cinnaminson collected more than 2,200 boxes of pasta to help fight food insecurity. They celebrated this feat with an 80-foot pool Noodle Marble Run. The collected boxes of pasta will be donated to 3 South Jersey food banks.
CBS Philadelphia is proud to celebrate Black History Month. Today, we're highlighting a tennis trailblazer who got his start in Cape May County. He was also a passionate educator of black students. He died half a century ago, but look around Cape May and you will see that his name and his influence lives on. Here's CBS Philadelphia South Jersey reporter Ryan Hughes.
Even on a cold winter day, the courts are busy at the William J. Moore Tennis Center in Cape May. The club is woven into the fabric of the seaside resort's rich history, and the founder's name, William J. Moore, proudly hangs on the brick building in the shadow of the tennis courts.
This great African-American athlete, educator, and community activist still has important points that matter to us today.
Linda Anderson Towns grew up and still lives in Cape May. She never met William J. Moore, but knows his life was about so much more than tennis. In 1973, Anderson Towns was selected as the first recipient to receive a college scholarship in Moore's name.
I felt very connected to it because I knew Mr. Moore was an educator and valued it greatly.
Moore was born in 1872 to enslaved parents. He grew up in Westchester, graduated from Howard University, and later landed in Cape May to pursue a career in education.
Moore began teaching here in West Cape May in 1895. For more than 50 years, he taught 8 grades of black children until segregated schools were outlawed.
A plaque now sits near West Cape May Elementary, where Moore's school once stood. He instilled pride in his students. Many pursued higher education, and in 1973, some of his former students established the William J. Moore Foundation, preserving his legacy and awarding scholarships to financially challenged high school seniors in Cape May County.
I would probably have not gone to college without Mr. Moore's help.
Deacon Fashaw is the chief of police in Cape May. He received Moore's scholarship in 1993 and credits him for his career.
I'm a living proof of that legacy, I would say, because a part of Mr. Moore is the people that he inspired.
Both Chief Fashaw and Anderson Towns sit on the board of the William J. Moore Foundation, which just marked 50 years of helping students pursue their dreams.
You will see that William J. Moore is right here.
Moore's commitment to the community is also detailed in the Harriet Tubman Museum on Lafayette Street, and also recognizing him as one of the first black tennis pros in the United States, who was also widely known for how he taught the game.
History connects to the Victorian style of Cape May, but what is not often connected is how many African Americans contributed during that time.
Moore's name continues to live on in the classroom and on the courts. In Cape May, Ryan Hughes, CBS News Philadelphia.
This year's St. Patrick's Day Parade in Atlantic City is getting the Hollywood treatment.
Frasier star Kelsey Grammer was just named one of the Grand Marshals for the parade. He also served as Grand Marshal of Atlantic City's Winter Wonderland Parade last month. The St. Patrick's Day Parade will head down the boardwalk on March 9th.
Pennsauken High School students took center stage to showcase their musical talents. They performed in Broadway Cabaret by the Numbers at the Pennsauken Free Public Library. Their song choices were both classic and contemporary, focusing on songs with numbers in the titles. Great job, everyone.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Jersey Pulse. Be sure to tune in every week on CBS News Philadelphia for more stories impacting the heart of your community.